Okay, guys. 3 is a charm, right? Here's the third one. I went in there and told my husband, I can hear everything you guys are doing, by the way. So I'm making videos in my garage today because I'm trying to get these messages out as quick as I can when they come. All right, so this one is a message for inner child healing, okay? So I pulled out 4 decks. We're just gonna do this super easy. Okay. This is the very first one coming up, but I'm gonna just try to work through these fluidly and in a simple way, okay? All right, so the very first one that came up, by the way, before I start shuffling, is your inner child needs you to set boundaries, okay? Set boundaries. And this says, claim your power, know your value today. And that is totally resonant with the message I made today about Sarah and the divine child within you, and calibrating yourself and acknowledging your power and speaking your truth and finding out what your truth really is, okay? But to do that, you have to set boundaries. You got to put your walls up sometimes, okay? Because not everybody is good for you. Not everybody is for you. Let me move this. My kitty's in here today. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. All right, not everybody's for you. That doesn't make them bad, okay? It just means they're not here to support your awakening. And put up the walls if you need to, okay? Run wild. Let your inner child, it says, let your inner wild child run forth. I love this. That's beautiful. And the horse with the butterfly wings, guys, look. I actually have a Pegasus that comes to me in my dreams and has pretty much all of my life. And is so high frequency, very upper realms. And it has been at times when I was really low. And the Pegasus will come and help me in my dreams and in my visions. So let your inner wild child run free. Get with the horses and run wild, okay? Speak to yourself with kindness. Angel number 33. Kindness. Kindness. Wow, did y'all see that? Oh my gosh, the lights just changed. What just happened? That was weird. Okay. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. Guys, I have definitely had to do that. But do you see what they just did? They changed the lights. Like your angel, they're doing it again. You need to speak good to yourself. We all do. Let's do it. Okay. Oh my God. We're doing the best we can in a difficult situation on this planet. And listen, I know that not everybody's going through struggles right now. Not everybody's facing shadows right now, but they will, okay? This is a journey that at some point everyone is going to go through, okay? So, speak good to yourself. You do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support during this time. Your inner child needs support, okay? I just talked about that, about how sometimes we're lonely as we awaken. And that's just kind of part of it, because the more authentic you become and you speak your truth, see, sometimes people who are not authentic will not want to be around you. They're not ready for the raw truth of what you've discovered, okay? I've lived that myself, but you're probably living it too. And what your angels are saying is you don't have to go it alone, okay? Find your tribe. But the way you find your tribe is be yourself, okay? And the people who get it are going to resonate with you, and they're going to be around you, okay? Ask for help, and ask your angelic team for help no matter what. Even if you had nobody, no human to relate to on this planet, okay? You have your spirit guides no matter what, okay? So even if you feel completely alone, you are not alone because of spirit. This is why connection to spirit is so important. And this is also why for so long connection to spirit has been sabotaged, because there's all that love and wisdom that's waiting for you, okay? You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be seen. I love deers, by the way, such a sacred symbol, okay? Let yourself be known. What did I just say? Show yourself. Show who you really are. Say what you really feel. Speak up, and your tribe will find you, and you won't be alone, okay? That's amazing. Okay. You know the way. You know the way. 44 is a sacred number, period, but especially for me. 44, the year I turned 44, okay? Oh my gosh, like the most I've ever seen in that one year was I saw a row of 7 4s. And that is when my guides told me, you are a master healer. It is time to do your work. I'm like, okay, right? But how do I heal? Because healers don't really heal, right? What do? We show you what you need to do to heal. So the way I heal is reflecting truth, speaking truth. Do you see why it's so important for you to speak your truth? How it can help another and even yourself at the same time. That's the beautiful thing about divine wisdom. It helps everybody, okay? So you know the way, healer. You're a healer, okay? So let the universe show you. Trust your intuition. It says, on this journey, trust your intuition on this journey, okay? You can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. You can do the hard work, guys. Wow, talk about all these cards are in support of the message I just made about Sarah and the divine child. A time to remember. Look back on your childhood. Remember the magic, okay? Remember who you were before everybody put themselves upon you, okay? Including your parents, including maybe even your siblings, including anybody around you that didn't resonate with your truth, okay? This doesn't make them your enemy. It just means they are not you, and you're here to be uniquely you. You're not here to be everybody else. You can love and respect everyone else, and I encourage you to do that, but you do not have to reflect their story. You're just here to be you, okay? So look back on that. Find that. Accept what is. Acceptance brings peace. So that kind of goes back to just knowing your own story and letting others do them. That's what I'm getting from that. Accept who they are, accept where they are, but know who you are and know where you are. And that actually more clearly defines your boundaries. And knowing who you are is the shield, okay? Because it keeps other people's stuff from penetrating your shield. All that you're here to accept is love and respect, okay? You're not here to accept abuse, okay? You're not here for that. Be present. Here's your angelics. Be present. Look at that beautiful eye. Look at that. Look at that moon magic coming through. Feminine. Find clarity in the moment. The only way you can do that is presence. If you're outside your body, and I've seen this happen in sessions, by the way, in sessions where I've worked on people. I actually had a session years ago where a girl came in. She's so sweet. And she said, I need your help. She said, I don't feel present. She's like, it feels like I'm outside my body. Okay. She's like, I don't know what's going on. And she was a very much in tune woman, like very much, aware of herself. So this was unusual for her. This wasn't like a client that came in that has never done spiritual work or any of that. No, she was very awake, but out of alignment. And I start doing the session and my guides start talking and I was like, wait a minute, did you take something? Because they literally said she took something. And she was like, oh, I can't believe you said that. And I said, they're saying you took something and your body didn't like it. And so your soul stepped outside the body. It won't leave you, but it's not in you. And she said what happened was she was driving home from a 10-hour drive and someone gave her something to take for energy. I don't remember what it was, okay? And it made her so nervous. It actually really disturbed her. Like whatever it was that she took to keep her awake on the drive home, her body did not like it. And it actually caused kind of like a separation of her light auric body and her physical body. So we realigned that, okay? And it was fine after the session. And, essentially she knew this already, but her guides were like, don't ever take that again. And don't take things without asking us. So careful what you put inside your body, okay? Because your soul may not like it. Alcohol is what's coming up right now. So somebody's drinking, okay? You can drink. We're not going to judge you, but it is not good for your light body. If you're awakening, I urge you to let it go. Get help if you need to get help. Get support. There's so many programs to help you. Therapy for one, professional therapy. But any program that works for you, there's no right or wrong way to let go of alcohol, but I can tell you that New Earth frequencies, it's very hard to drink alcohol and be part of that. I gave it up maybe 5 years ago. I'm super glad that I did. I'm more present in every moment. It does make it hard socially sometimes because you can see all the stuff nobody wants anybody to see about themselves, but you're going to see that anyway if you're psychic. So, whatever. But for me, it has helped me eliminate things and situations that I don't want to be in anymore. So whoever it is that's drinking, that's what came through. Stop and get help if you need to. Okay? Don't be afraid. What did the card say? Oh, okay. Here we go. You do not have to go it alone. Ask for help. Okay? This is your nudge from the universe to give up those bad habits, guys. Love yourself enough to let them go. Okay? Let it go. You are worthy. So whoever this is doesn't feel worthy, you are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. Okay? If you're in a self-destructive habit of such as alcohol or I don't even know if I can say any of this on TikTok, but you guys, anything you're putting into your body that's addictive, that is destructive to your body. So that covers all the things in that one simple statement. If you're doing it, and I'm getting that you are, because you don't think you're worthy of love, okay? See, that goes back to the inner child. Something happened to your child. You've got to go back and heal that. Get help. That goes back to that card. Get help. Professional help. Okay? I can't emphasize that enough. Get help. Okay? Because as you heal that inner child, you guys, all those bonds, I'm seeing binding, chains, it's like slavery, okay, are going to be broken. You are powerful. That's what I'm getting. I'm seeing like a really strong portal right now. You are so powerful. And this is the way they're trying to hold you back from your power. Don't give them your power anymore. Choose to love yourself. Go sit with that 5-year-old. Go sit with that 7-year-old. Go sit with that 3-year-old version of you and love them. And reassure them they are worthy, and choose yourself and get the help you need, okay? You are here for a reason. You are important. All the messages today have been about being a pillar of the new earth frequency, and the new earth frequency requires self-love, okay? You can't love anybody else unless you love yourself. Remember that. So even your children, okay? You're trying to love them, take care of them, but you don't love yourself. It's going to come through. It's going to show. And that's the underlying message they're going to learn, is that they're not enough. And that's not true. We don't want to teach that story. We don't want to perpetuate that woundedness, right? So please get help if you need it. Tell yourself you love yourself. Look yourself in the mirror every day and say that, but get help. That's what I'm feeling, okay? You need support, and it's okay to need support. And we've all had to come through our own stuff, okay? You are wanted. There is a home waiting within. See, the home, I want to touch on this a little bit. I don't have a whole lot of battery. Let me see if I can plug it in. Hang on. I'm going to lose my light for a second, guys. Okay, let's see if it does the trick. Hopefully you guys can see me well enough. Okay, so the home feeling, a lot of star seeds, especially the ones that resonate with not being from Earth, okay? And there are people here now that are not necessarily originating from Earth. Now, they carry Earth DNA. They carry human DNA because they're born through the human portal, through a mother, okay? But their soul origin may be from somewhere else. A lot of those people really struggle with wanting to be on the planet. If you are feeling this way, okay, this message is for you. And this is totally making sense. The person that tries to escape through substances is wounded because they never belonged to begin with, or at least that's how they felt. And that's how everyone made them feel, okay? And the truth is, you came here because we needed you here. Earth needed you here, okay? But you're so different. You're so full of love. You're so gentle, right? That when you came here and the polarity here was so hard and difficult, and there's so much to be overturned here that needs correcting, that it could easily have wounded your inner child. And I know that this happens because I went through it, okay? But one thing I learned, and this is what they're talking about, this is what the guides are saying, is that you are the home you are looking for. You are not looking to go back to that planet where you think you're from, or the star system where you originated from. Those things will always be with you. They are a part of your soul. You came here to be human. And the home that you're looking for is inside of you. It is not outside of you. Okay? For as long as we think everything is outside of us, we will never live a contented, happy, present life. So just get okay with that. That we know it's different here. We know Earth Realm needs help. That's why we're here. We know it's a challenge, but it doesn't mean that we don't belong. You are the change everyone needs here. You're the change that you need, okay? What we were missing here, though, was authenticity, okay? The reason why we didn't have authenticity is because your inner child was silenced. And your inner child was silenced because your parents were wounded. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with right now. This is why I also am saying get professional help if you need it, because inner child healing and even shadow healing, okay, that can be part of shadows, right? That can be part of exploring the dark side of what you've gone through in any lifetime, okay? But it still needs support. And there are many great therapists who are also spiritual practitioners. So you can find a therapist who understands the spirit side. And if you need references, I know people that do online sessions, that take insurance, and that are professionals, and they know a little bit about the spiritual, or at least some, and enough to understand, okay? So just know that those resources are available, okay? Okay, one more on the inner child, and then I'm going to pull a couple more, okay? So be still. That goes back to presence, okay? And the home within, okay? Be still. So you see, look, there's like water and clouds and all this stuff going around. Cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. So it's kind of like this little cabin is like in the middle of all this rushing water. And this picture is very beautiful to me, but rushing water in that sense always represents emotion to me. And emotion, while it's super important, and we did not come here to forget our emotions, we actually came here to embody our emotions and to liberate them and to express them, okay? But it can be hard, right? But do you see that little cabin? It was like, let me see if I can show it to you one more time. It was like cozy and beautiful and calm in amidst, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. In amidst all that emotion, okay? See? So you don't have to be in chaos just because the rest of the world is. You know, find your stillness, find your peace. We actually came here to generate peace, but the way we have to do it is become it. Okay, we can't look for it like outside of ourselves, you know, as far as like from another person. You can go out into nature and there can be ways that you achieve it better, quicker, easier, but it really does need to come from within you, okay? So what energy are we using for all of this? Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Guys, this is a really special one for me and a friend of mine. Dale, if you see this, cornucopia. Abundance, guys. And number 11, I'm a sacred life path 11, but number 11 feels important for someone who's going to see this too, okay? So number 11, cornucopia. Abundance, abundant universe, okay? So the universe is abundant. So basically, every resource that you need to do what we're talking about is available to you, okay? The universe is abundant. The temple path. And by the way, you are the temple, okay? So the sacred temple within, that comes from that inner knowing and that inner love. And understanding that you're the temple, clean house, okay? Not everybody gets access to you. See, that's a big one. The boundaries. See that card we pulled earlier? The boundaries. The inner child needs boundaries so that everybody doesn't come in and start messing with you, okay? No, you are the temple. You. Okay? You're the temple. So, pursue your mystic path. That's what I'm feeling. So, whoever I'm talking to is a mystic and knows it, okay? So, I understand that we're all going to be waking up to our psychic abilities, but whoever's watching this knows they're a mystic and they're on the path. And the temple is super important. Understanding your divine temple, awakening the eyes of the temple, dealing with your inner self so that you can shine, okay? So that you can be seen. And the reason why it's important is we are here as the pillars of the new earth. We are here to help with the bones, okay? This is why Mary Magdalene, my namesake, is represented with 3 skulls, okay? The skulls are sacred. They represent the real divine matrix, the sacred 3, the matriarchy, the feminine, the goddess, okay? All those things are so important for what we're structuring here, but you can't do that in an inauthentic existence. You have to be authentic. And that was really hard for me, guys. Like, that was super hard because I love people. I'm a middle child. I'm a peacekeeper. I am the bridge. I'm definitely born the bridge. Mary Magdalene has resonated with me my entire life because I'm always bridging, okay? And that's not terrible as long as you stand true to yourself. But that was something I wasn't taught when I was a child. And at no fault of my parents, they just didn't know it, okay? Once I learned to stand for myself, then being the bridge became the sacred process that it should have been. Does that make sense? But it took time for me to get to that. So who's helping us? What angel is helping us? The angel of vulnerability and freedom. See, vulnerability to me denotes a person who's willing to express themselves. They are willing to be vulnerable in the sense of, showing something they don't normally show. But that leads to freedom. Self-acceptance. What did I just say? Into beautiful self-acceptance. Love yourself. That's what the inner child deck said. Love yourself. Signs and reminders. Look at this, guys. The feather. Sarah, go back to if you're stumbling across this, also go back and watch my video about Sarah, okay? And the Seraphim Angelics and the Kali energy and the dark feminine. And this is a message for all people, by the way. So all my messages are for everybody. So just know that. So, signs and reminders. Beautiful, isn't it? Raise your vibration, okay? I mentioned this in the Sarah video, but there will be a point where you will be able to bring in those higher frequencies, the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, okay? But if you haven't done the deeper frequencies, the root, the sacral, the solar, okay? Just think about really the root and the sacral to me were the heaviest energies for me to process. And I needed the assistance of what I call my dark feminine to help me do it, okay? So as you do that, you're going to need the assistance from the higher chakras, that joy, that elation, okay? To me, your lower chakras are like raw power, okay? Destructive, creative power, and it's necessary. But we temper that with these chakras, right? With our higher wisdom, our sight, our truth, our love. See, all these things temper that raw creative power. I feel like that's what's being said here. Hopefully that makes sense. So raise your vibration. So as you unlock those inner, deeper frequencies, this is the next one, so it's relevant. Take a step back and bring in the higher frequency. That will actually help you calibrate, okay? So take a step back, look at what you're dealing with, bring in the higher energies, okay? Look, y'all, oh my gosh, I can't even make this stuff up. Inner child healing. Look at that. First of all, look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. Hold your inner child, okay? You parent yourself. You parent yourself. And you can love and respect and appreciate your parents for what they were and were not able to do. This is not a judgment to humanity on what they didn't know. No, all of humanity has been oppressed. I said this in the video I made on Sunday about Mary Magdalene and the Christ consciousness and, the truth about the divine feminine and Mother Sophia and the goddess energy. All humanity has been lied to. So you are not judging your parents. I'm not judging my parents, okay? By saying that you have to go back and nurture your inner child. We know that most of humanity has been raised without the awareness of who they really were. So there's love and grace for that, okay? Just remember that. Spiritual growth, okay? This all leads to spiritual growth. The mystic who's watching this, yes, you're on the mystic path, okay? So that inner child healing unlocks your psychic abilities. Let me try to hold it where it's focused. I'm sorry, guys, because my light's out, because of my battery. Can y'all see what it says? Okay. Spiritual growth. Look how this beautiful angel, so beautiful. This is upside down. Okay. Ask and receive, but it came like this. Okay. So ask and receive. From me, when I pull a card upside down, that goes into the creative power. Okay. So that's the lower realms. That's your shadows. Ask for the help. And that has come through a lot today. So ask for help. Okay. That is why I offer sessions. Okay. But I am not the only one. And I also tell people always do the session with someone that you trust. Do the session with someone who resonates with you. So if you need assistance, okay, like in hypnosis, like what I do, hypnosis, or even a channeled message, or even a reading, please reach out to me. I do offer these online. But only reach out to me if you're comfortable with me, okay? Find a practitioner you're comfortable with if you need help, is my point, okay? This goes back to authenticity and working with what you feel is good for you. And it's okay to trust that and go with what your gut is telling you, okay? Ask and receive, okay? Ask and receive. Ask for help. Ask your angelic team for help, and then go with what resonates, okay? All right, one more. We're going to pull a couple of the dragon cards. I love this deck. This is my new deck, and it's just beautiful, and I love dragons, and they love all of you so much. So here we go. The Storyteller. Okay, this one's new, so I'm going to read it to you. So stand by, guys. Okay. Stories have power. They can shape worlds, both interior and exterior. Today, be mindful of the ones you're telling yourself and the ones you're listening to from others. Are they uplifting, encouraging, and equal to the wingspan of your potential? Guys, this is so resonant. So what are we saying? Be authentic. Be authentic to yourself. Careful what you say to yourself. That was in the inner child deck, okay? Careful what you tell yourself. And don't listen to the ears of others. This is the third time I've heard this week, by the way, even in other people's readings, that there have been people in your ear trying to discourage you from being authentic. Or maybe behind your back, okay? Those you don't need to judge them and don't engage with that energy, but you do need to put your boundaries up, okay? Don't allow access to yourself. Don't bring someone in the temple who's not worthy. You're the temple. Remember that, okay? All right, so it says, are they diminishing, debilitating, drowning you, okay, in the depths of not being enough? Listen only to the stories that are worthy of you and reflect your magnificent nature. The dragon demands that you settle for nothing less than to live your legend. That's true. And their energy is fierce, okay? The few times that I've seen them, like visible, and I'm not talking about in the clouds. I've seen them in the clouds. I'm talking about sitting in my room looking at me. It was fierce, okay? Strong, powerful. That kind of energy will not settle for you thinking that you're not enough. You are enough. Okay, ask your dragon, I'm here to flame it for you with their sacred flame. And their flame can be any color you need it to be, by the way. But in sessions, what I've normally seen it as is this plasma white light, bluish liquid light, okay? And it purifies everything. But it can be any color that you need it to be, okay? The healer, this has come up in every single one. You're a healer, okay? You're a healer. The healers go on a healing journey. That's what they do. This is how they learn to heal. You are here to master your own healing as you do. That reflection of light that's going to shine from within you is going to help others and assist others by showing them where they need to heal. See, as they see you rise and become yourself, right? They see that authenticity. Then what happens? What do we say in the inner child healing part? They start to feel where they aren't being authentic to themselves. And it encourages them to face that. And for those that are ready, they will do the work. For those that aren't, it's just going to trigger them. Your authenticity is going to trigger them. So what? You still got to be you, okay? So that's purple dragon, that's crown energy, wisdom, okay? Ancient wisdom, okay? The healer. You're the healer. Okay. The relaxer. So to me, what I'm getting from that is, and this happened even in my own story, when you stop in the stillness, like the card said earlier in the inner child deck, stillness, okay? The relaxer. The wisdom comes, okay? Because you drown out all that other noise. You just remove all that chatter. And you become yourself. You become yourself in the stillness. You sit, you rest. Today, like my energy, oh my God, the ascension energy has been so much, okay? So much that I just had to like soak in the tub today for like I don't know, probably an hour. I was probably in there for an hour with my salt and my oils and just like, it's been a lot. But the good thing about those moments when you're just still and you take care of yourself, make a cup of tea, drink some water, pray, breathe, exist, just exist. You become present. And remember that session I did with the girl where she wasn't present? We had to bring the soul back into the body. Well, presence is what does that. Sitting with yourself and giving yourself those quiet moments, okay? So, yeah, I think that's super, super important. So you're a healer, okay? You have some inner child wounding. You need to set your boundaries. You need to recognize that you're the temple. You are an archetype, a powerful pillar for New Earth frequency. You have to do the shadow work. Ask for help. Get rid of the substances that aren't good for you. You know what's not good for you. I don't have to tell you. I'm not here to tell you that. You know what's not good for you. Everybody's different, okay? And really start sitting with yourself and give yourself the care you need to the best of your ability. And that can be a simple thing. It doesn't have to be elaborate, okay? And the dragons are here to help you. Mary Magdalene's here to help you. The goddess is here, okay? She's ready. She's ready. So just ask. Ask for the help. That keeps coming up. Ask for the help, okay? I love you all so much. I hope this resonates with whoever needs it. Whoever is this rising mystic. I'm sure there's many. I love you. I'm proud of you. We're doing this, okay? I am going to make one more video, so I'm sorry. I know I'm in the same sweaty clothes in my garage, but this is just how I got to do it. And that one, if you want to watch it, the next one coming up is going to be about something that happened in a session yesterday with the Great Pyramids, okay? So if you're interested in Egypt and Hathor energy and Thor, Thor too could be part of that, who knows, Thoth, I want you to see this one, okay? So I'm going to just do one more. Love you guys. Bye.